Welcome to the second part of the post-match press conference. We've got India head coach Srinivas and goalkeeper Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Coach, first question, what are your thoughts on the game today?
Obviously disappointed with the end result. Game was tough as we expected, as many of the games against Kuwait. Draw is, I would say, realistic tonight. They opened the game much better, with much more confidence in passing, in speed of passing, moving. It took us some time to gear up, to start passing the ball and moving into areas where we could create danger. And I would say that the general passing speed was the biggest problem we had tonight. That was not good enough to break down the team like Kuwait, you know. Even in the situations where we had certain moments when we put pressure on them and continuous attacks, there was no quality in the delivery to hurt them away. We could see that they have lots of individual quality in their team. They were killing the game with the time wasting whenever they could. So even the weather conditions, we were hoping it would help us because we are used to it. It couldn't happen because they knew exactly when to stop the game, when to ask for medical help and all that. I think that at least they wasted 17, 18 minutes with the medical help and time wasting, which at the end resulted as a 7 minutes. But that's it, that's football. You know, these are not the reasons we didn't win the game. We were not clinical in front of the goal in the situations we had. And on the other hand, we had the best player on the pitch tonight in Gurpreet, which is not a good sign. It's a good sign for him. It's fantastic for everyone in the team to have such a goalkeeper here, who we believed whenever there was a doubt from anyone outside of our team about him, we never had any doubts, you know, what he can do and how much he can help the team, which he did in a fabulous way tonight. So, really sad for Sunil, really sad, you know, he didn't go with a win, very important win. But on the other hand, we don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves because we are still alive, you know. So I need to do everything as a coach in the next 5 days to make boys believe, to make them create the atmosphere, environment of belief which can take us into a challenge which is there ahead of us on the 11th, playing against Asian champions. It's a very different team, you know, which is giving us hope. It's a small hope, but it's still there. And we need to believe, we need to have trust in our ability, in ourselves, and go there and give our best shot, try to win again.
Gurpreet, obviously an emotional night for everybody in the team, but you have a game on the 11th, so how are you looking forward?
Like any other game that we would play, obviously this time around we as a team we need to cope up with that and move forward, because unfortunately the world doesn't wait for anyone, and like Coach said, we need to prepare ourselves in the best manner possible, because any game is not lost before play. We go out there against Qatar, going for all 3 points and get what we need, give our best shot.
Okay, first question. Coach, can you hear me? Yeah. Coach, we still have, as we take on Qatar next, we still have better goal difference coming the points where we are. But the job in Qatar will be tougher, so your thoughts on that?
Listen, every game is a challenge for us. We don't have easy games. We are not the team still in a position to say there is easy game ahead of us and we can have a relaxed approach or whatever is there. But somehow I feel that this game against stronger opponent, but young opponent, is giving us a chance to play exactly the kind of a game which suits us. It's counter-attacking game with a being patient and waiting for our speed to come out of our players' legs in the clinical finish. We're going to create a couple of chances, I'm sure, but what we need to make sure of, we don't leak defensively easy chances like it happened tonight. We could clearly see out of nothing there is a player in front of Kuwait. So if that happens against Qatar, we don't stand a chance because they will be clear too.
Coach, what was the mood before the match today? Because this was last match of Chelsea. You all must be very, very emotional. So, how did you approach the game today? And what was the mood in the camp?
In regards to everything, we were all trying not to think about Sunnis favor as much as possible, because the result also was very most important for Sunil. He was not thinking about his last minutes on the pitch for the national team, not a single player or staff member. We were focused on the game, what needs to be done, how we need to approach the game, what are the situations. You could see we had prepared situation with 3 at the back, forcing more forward players in the late stages of the game, trying to gain some opportunities at the end, and doing really everything what was in our capacity at the moment. But things don't go your way always as you wanted. Now we can feel how much we missed with beating Afghanistan. That's now very visible. How much it's important for this team to be together, to spend time together, and to make sure that we are on top of our game against these teams where we all expect to gain the points.
Just hold it closer.
Hello. Asking from sports regarding the lineup today, with the midfield options, we need to got it right at the start because Qatar was like Kuwait when they were playing the long balls, I think your second defenders were struggling. Maybe with the height advantage, with say Jackson.
They obviously studied well our weaknesses, which were visible against Afghanistan, where we also handled really poor long balls. We were not decisive enough or aggressive enough to put that striker in sandwich situation with one stopper, one centre back in front of him, one behind covering. We were late in decision making and they handled these situations very well. That created us problem at the opening stages of the game. In the later stages we improved there, we started moving well and positioning ourselves much better. But these are the things you need to work on with the players, As I told you many times, these international games are far different from what we are watching in ISL. Much more quality there is on the pitch, much more technical ability from the players who are playing in intensive football week by week, and it was visible that they are coming out of the competition situation, because their league was going on up to the end of May. They had a shortcut, but you could see clearly that their legs are going still in a good way, and their decision making is quite good.
Coach, sorry, I just have follow-up to, I haven't finished the question. One second. I haven't finished the question though. Also, in terms of the mood, the Chitti's last game atmosphere, did that also play a part in the slow start where the players?
No, I wouldn't say so. How we open the game, it's a matter of the self-confidence. Leave the ball for too long. Whenever we receive the ball from the back from our goalkeeper. And we've been training, nearly every training session, to keep passing quick from one side to another, to open the gaps, to use our wingers in between the gaps, in between the lines. But that didn't happen. We were just waiting, not even coming with the ball, driving, and there was lots of space in front of us. So that needs to be better.
Hello. Today, according to the match statistics, India got many more set pieces, like corners or frees, than Kuwait. So, were we unable to convert goals from set pieces?
Kuwait has quite good height in their team. You could see that we were working on the set pieces. I think we created 2 or 3 good chances from the corners or these free kicks from the distance. But that also needs to be better. When we get there, I remember coming into the chances but not putting that ball into the net. There was only one situation or two situations that Malik Khan scored here against Bangladesh, putting that ball into the net, and Lam Dungel scored against Afghanistan with a fantastic header out on the near post. That's how you need to react there. You know, most of the time when we get in the chance, our ball goes over the top. So anyway, there were enough chances we had to win the game. The best one was definitely from Rahim Ali, who made a fantastic run, and I think Brendan was there, as he knows always, you know, making him fantastic pass to bring him in front of the goalkeeper. And whatever Rahim was doing on the training, brilliantly didn't have better night. So that's what makes difference.
Hi coach, Umesh from Bangladesh. So India's striker search is looking like it's continuing, and as Sunil Shetty is not available for the next match, can you see new faces like David in the next match? He is really confident and scored many goals in IND, and can you see him in the next match?
Who you refer to? David being in the 23 squad for the next game. We definitely need to see the screening next 2 days to see who is available for us. It was nice to see Edmund playing tonight and showing that we have talented boys in I-League, which we need to take care of, that we didn't make mistake with involving him in this game. He will be valuable asset to the national team in the future, and I hope he will have a great season in Canadian League for his club. Now it's turn for David also to show us what he can do, but obviously that's less important now than the result I need to get there. You know, I need to see how I can balance the team with several new players in the team, with the fresh legs, with the team composure, and with the team who can hurt Qatar.
Next question. Soviet Cruz.
My question is that why is there a difference people not part of this game? And I think they could add more, and it could have been done better when going with the ball forward. So why were they not part of the game?
Why not? That was the decision. We could choose between Chante, Liston, Mandir, and the decision was on Mandir to come on because Chante can help us far better in the situation where we stay with the three center backs in the back line covering 100-meter pitch. You know, Mahesh is more a player for the final third, and I don't think we made any mistake bringing players on from the bench because we did have an impact from these players. Everyone did several good things, so I don't have any complaints about that. Probably this Qatar Mahesh will get his minutes and try to help us to win the game.
We'll take 3 more questions.
Hi coach, this is Raditya Vyas from IND Football Podcast. Do you think the absence of Akash Mishra and Sanjay Jindal impacted on our defensive setup today?
I think that Jay did a great job for us tonight. That's another debut for the national team in such an important game. Little bit timid, I would say, because I need to tell you, and Goodwin can confirm here, how good he was at the training sessions and the training games he played. He was hammering everyone, he was up and down, every action, he was scoring goals, he was assisting and all that, you know. Of course, when the game comes like this, it's a little bit tonight, you know. He did everything as it needs to be, defending first, being positioned well, which was not the case every time in the ISL last season, so he improved a lot in his positioning, and he's a player who can give us that energy what we need coming forward, you know. So we have various options with Jay Gupta, you know, if you want to play 3 at the back or 4 at the back, whatever is there. He's an attacking-minded player who can also defend well now, and we just need to be patient for him to get more experience, and also Subasic is there to push him you know, to be better. There is a good competition now on that website.
Hello, Coach. This is Mohan from Moscow TV. Coach, as you said last press conference that you were too much worried about your reserve bank because you lack kind of supply line and the next match Sunil will be not there. But today we saw that couple of players who came from the reserve bench. First of all, are they impressed you? And the second one is that do you think today's weather condition which helps more when than India?
Listen, when you don't win the game and when you're not happy with the results, how you can say that some of your players impressed you? You know, you can speak about what needs to be better, what was solid, what was good, but many things that not tonight at the level we wanted it to be. And that's why we did a big game. You could clearly see that we couldn't start dominating the game in the middle, although we started with somehow and time. I expected much more from them in that first half against Kuwait side, but that happens. You see, somehow didn't play these final stages. He's been injured for long, but he was also looking fantastic alongside Sunil there. He was covering lots of ground. His defensive work was tremendous tonight also. He covered most of the ground from many of our players, but I expect Sunil to be a playmaker, to dictate the game, to provide the goals, to be composed of the goals, not just to be one who will be there running and doing these things. And from Tapa also, when I put him there, I know it's not easy for him now switching from club playing defensive midfielder, international team playing number 10 and number 8, attacking midfielder role. But he's got enough experience to adapt his game to whatever situation is requested there, required for the national team. So I expect much more from them because they have enough experience to do so.
Weather part. I have the second part of the question.
Weather was the same for us and for them. The weather we make at home. I need to say big thanks to the supporters tonight. They were fantastic. They came in huge numbers. You know, they were backing up the team. They were patient. They were never frustrated throughout the game. Never mind how many mistakes we made. So big thanks from the whole team to them, and hope we can make them proud in the finals.
The last question.
Good evening, Coach. So with this being such a special occasion today, an emotional occasion, the fan really showed up today. So what is your message to the fans on today's game and for the next game?
I just said that, you know, huge appreciation to the fans for their support. We need to believe in our team, we need to believe in our abilities, in what's possible to do. We have a young team, so in 5 days' time, this might be India 53 against Qatar 53. If you look at the age and the players we have, so I expect a lot from this game, to be honest.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Benedict. Let's go on to the game.